Good morning, you guys. It is a beautiful day here in Bentonville, Arkansas. It is March 6th, Friday, March 6th, 2026. We have a few different things to work on today. We have this sushi sculpt that I'm working on that looks like this. We have a painting over here, and we have a few other little projects that we're working on, but mainly today we're focusing on finishing this sculpt, working a little bit on the painting, and then when I get burnt out from that, moving on to a different project. So let's get started. This sushi guy is made out of a cone 6 buff clay. Looks like this. Has like a little bit of grog in it, but for the most part it's fairly smooth. So the stage I'm at in this is kind of getting his head on and looking dashing. I want them to kind of have a funny expression, and so getting this neck looking right first is what I'm doing. Kind of just thinning this out a little bit. So this part's gonna be, you're not gonna be able to see this part, so I'm kind of carving out as much as I can without making it visible from the outside. And how do I want the head to look? I do want him to kind of bend down a little bit, so he's kind of forward. Get the bend of his spine rounded. And how big do we want to make his head? A lot of my characters have really long heads, but I think this guy will have, usually I'll make them kind of regular sized heads, but what if we made a sushi that had a really long head? Be kind of cute. Let's see. This is too much clay, so I'm going to narrow it down, maybe make two different heads, see which one I like better. Maybe looking up. I don't know. Okay, I'm unable to make a decision on which head size I like better, so I'm just going to kind of just leave that to be for now, and then make the legs, the arms, and then check back in with the head size, see what size matches his personality. Okay, dun 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 dun, the grand reveal. They're so cute. I went with the smaller head, and then I added on these legs, the bottom of the legs. I guess I'll tell you like what parts that I made separately and then added together. So you saw I had the body form with the neck, added the head onto the neck. I had these two top thighs that I added on, and then I added on the bottom calf part, and then I added on the feet, and then I added on the 2 arms. And yeah, I'm going to let them sit now underneath my little bag, let them get to leather hard, and then I will add some more like fine finishes, and then get them ready for firing. Oh, and also the sushi rice still needs to be carved out, but I wanted to let it stiffen up a bit before I do that, just because it's such a big block of clay, where sometimes if it's not hard enough and you really go in, then it's gonna warp the outside because it's pulling the clay. I didn't want that, so I'm gonna let it harden up a bit, and then I'll also carve this guy out a little bit too, just in his thigh region here. But yeah, let's see. This is what he looks like underneath. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, so for my next project, I'm going to be putting some teeth marks into this cake that I'm making. This is a wood base, like a wooden box basically, that I primed, painted, and put this super thick, heavy body acrylic paint on there, very much like icing. It's a little bit glossy, but that's not something that I'm worried about because I can easily fix that. I'm just gonna do the whole icing, and then afterwards put some like satin or matte top coat over it, which should tone it down a bit. The teeth marks, okay, so this guy goes on top like this. He's a rabbit made out of ceramic, and the teeth marks are going to be taken out of the side, and this is kind of like a commentary on the bites that we're kind of taking out of the animals around us, their environments and ecosystems that we're just like biting out of. Animals are something that I love and feel so drawn to in my artwork, and so this is kind of a way to commentate on that without being super upfront about it, and making it a little bit more easily digestible and fun of a topic, and kind of like a visual representation of like a human bite taken out of this rabbit cake. Eye protection, duh. What the hell? Okay, so this is what we have. I think that's pretty good, and then I'll kind of ice over it, kind of slide that through. By the time that I'm done, it'll look pretty realistic, hopefully. That is the hope anyways. Aiming for a realistic bite. I tried to get some like teeth. This is what we're working with now. You can see the bite, rabbit, cute. And now that I can't avoid it any longer, I'm going to work on this painting, like shading. I'm learning a new technique where I'm using yellow, red, blue, and white to create skin tones. But I also have this burnt sienna here that I'm gonna mix with the white as kind of like a starting point. And then I use this to kind of add in some deeper hues, kind of. Painting is hard for me, I'm learning, but I'm doing my best, okay? And look at this, a beautiful fellow we have here. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm gonna start, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll check back in after I do something. Okay, I've added some shading, as you can see, on this leg area here, and I'm learning a lot. So painting always humbles me, and so it's hard for me to do it for a long period of time because I'm just like, but I'm happy with how this is coming along. I'm learning a lot, and yeah. Now I am working on carving this space dragon body into shape. I kind of started with a different shape and then kind of moved him, and he's stiffened up a bit. So my best bet now is to kind of carve him. He's gonna be kind of laying on his belly like this. I don't know if that's a good representation, but you'll see it come to fruition and understand what I mean. But like, this is his head, and then he'll have his legs kind of laying down, and then his arms, maybe some wings. Fallen angel, perhaps? Okay, I added a tail, and look how cute. Ah, I love them. All right, you guys, and that concludes my day at the studio. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I had so much fun today. Let me know which piece is your favorite, and have an amazing day. Mwah.